welcome to Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota. As you can see, we are at Saturday, day 9, I guess, the day after the finish of the Rebelle, and we are at Rebellation, which is the day-long celebration of the 10th anniversary Rebelle Rally. And as you can see, the competitors and their friends and families are walking the red carpet for tonight's gala.
It's been such a great day. This is the day everyone's been looking for because they have so much in common with each other doing the event, but there's so much work to do the event. Now, today has been the day to hang out, Rebellation. We've all been really fostering those connections with each other, being able to spend time together. And then after being so dirty all week, there's been plenty of time for everyone to get a shower, who wants one, and put on some pretty clothes and come and hang out and feel civilized.
And it's been really fun to see all of the competitors here showing up at the red carpet, because there's a moment where without the vests, without the numbers on the side of their cars, I don't know who some of these women are, because there's been such a transformation from rally competitor to glam, as we keep saying, from glamorous to glam here at Rebellation.
It's been incredible. You know how your cheeks puff up when you put a helmet on? We're used to those faces.
Exactly, yeah. And we see Renee Vento walking by. It's also been really fun because you don't have much of a chance to show your style while you're doing the Rebelle, and now we see Nikki showing up, and it's really fun just to see what kind of style everyone has. This is also the 10th anniversary, so I expect to see a lot of sparkles.
Indeed, there's a lot of great energy about that. We've got obviously 4 competitors that are 100% Rebelles that have been here all 10 years. I've been here all 10 years, and you can't believe how fast the time goes by. But tonight's going to be a night of celebration. We're bringing you an hour of coverage as people roll into the event here, and then the actual gala is not going to be live. That's going to be private for the people that have been here at the event and committed their time to be here and participating.
Yeah, it's such a good point. It's something that's really special every year. It's sort of the Oscars of the Rebelle. It's their award show. And it's fun, it's funny, and it's something that's just for the competitors and their friends and family. So it's not something that we bring to you live there. We see Renee, Ashley, Nikki all coming in. This has been a really fun day as well. We had the Busby games. There was competition down on the beach. And, you know, the Rebelle ended yesterday, but these women still can't stop competing. There was a tug of war that got pretty heated for a little while out there, egg toss. So it's been a really, really fun day here at Pirate Cove on the Colorado River.
It's been a super fun day. The way we're going to bring this to you is I'm going to hop out back. I'm going to get on the other red carpet that leads to some nice photo areas, and Alyssa and I are just going to bounce back and forth between each other and show you some footage from the week and just do what we can to bring you the energy that is here from the gala.
So it sounds like I'm going to be at the red cart start line and Matthew is going to be covering the finish. And until then, let's check out some highlights from an incredible week of competition at the Rebelle Rally. All right, so the first group of rebels I've come across. So we've got our 4x4 winner, Terralyn Peterite. And look at this dress. If you were watching the show this morning, if you were watching with Coffee with Katie, you heard Terralyn and Nina say that their dress for the 10th anniversary was going to be a yearbook, something that they could keep with them. And so the rebels are here all signing their dress. You see Eva de los Santos, you see Laura, everyone, Holly Casey. What gave you all the inspiration to bring this dress?
Nina had the idea. We wanted to do white for year 10, I don't know. And she's like, let's sign it. And I'm like, that's so Taylor Swift. And so it's just kind of turned into a fun idea.
Okay, and speaking of Taylor Swift, can you see the sparkles across her cheeks, the gold in her hair? I heard some Swift playing in the background before. Where is your teammate?
She's getting us a table.
Smart. And so we see Nikki and Ashley. So Nikki and Ashley come in here as well. These ladies are rookies. So she knew what she was going to be expecting today. What about you two? This is your first Rebelle, your first Revelation. What has it been like to see all of your competitors now all glammed up?
Everyone looks so good. I haven't even walked in yet, so I'm like trying to see what it's like in there because I have no clue. It's already like this base camp was so pretty that I wasn't expecting any of this Moroccan like vibey stuff.
Well, it's really cool to see like everybody coming in, like everyone's got like glitter and sequins and like their hair and makeup done, but like we've been seeing everybody over the last week just like absolutely trashed, like dirt everywhere. There's like, peeing in bushes. So yeah, no, it's really cool.
All right, well, you ladies get in there.
Thank you.
I will see you inside in a little bit. And let's go inside the tent and see who Matthew's found.
Thank you, Alyssa. I've got to tell you, I'm excited to be able to bring to you Karen Hohen and Dana Saxton, one of the most popular teams here at the event. Always Team 108. They've been here for 10 years. Also been teammates for 10 years. It's unheard of. They're the only team that's been together for 10 years. Dana, what does it feel like here 10 years after we started this experiment of the Rebelle Rally?
It feels amazing. I mean, a decade is a really, really long time, a decade of your life. So we've grown up with the rally as, a few other people have, and it's just been one of the best experiences of my life.
I love that. You and Karen are such a model for people, for other people, for an attitude, for just a class that you bring with you to do this event. It's very cool. Karen, can you believe we're 10 years later into this experiment already?
No, I can't believe it at all. And the funny thing about this being 10 years, whenever Andrea Bullard asks us for pictures, we say, we don't want to submit any new pictures. Please use our pictures from 10 years. So far, she's done it. It's working.
I love that. I see myself in that as well. Now, you guys were friends for how many years before you came and did the rally?
Our girls were 6 years old.
They were 6. Now they're 38. So we've been friends for a really long time. I mean, there was some gaps in there, but and maybe that kind of helped our teamwork along the way, just because we had some experience with each other. But we just couldn't have asked for better teammates than we have. So we've been lucky.
Yeah.
And they've done a good job of peer pressuring their daughters to come and compete. So they've had family here on the event. Now they're both having daughters, and you've got this like whole family dynamic that's wrapped around the Rebelle Rally. So it's really cool.
It is really cool. We love it. Yes, I have a granddaughter. I hope she's a Rebelle one day. We're going to work on that. She loves to drive already, so that's a good sign, right?
It's always, yes, definitely. It's always lovely to chat with you two. We look forward to seeing you back here, even though you're not 100% committed right now. But we're going to jump back out front and see how Alyssa's doing.
Matthew, I made the mistake as I started asking the women, what team were you? And then I was like, you know what? This is the day after the Rebelle Rally. This is Carissa and Trista. This is not Team 131. These are just regular humans here at the gala. And so I want them first to do a spin for you. I'm going to step out of the frame so you can see their dresses. And then I'm going to ask them to tell us who made these. These look very special and handmade. And so what is the story behind your dresses?
So we had a friend of ours, Dan McLean in Seattle, make these dresses for us. They're incredible. We basically created like a mood board for her about everything Rebelle, as far as the landscape and the plants and coordinates. And so she took that and ran with it and really got us some amazing, amazing dresses. So we've got all sorts of things on there from, Alabama Hills rocks and sand dunes and Joshua trees and cactuses and
some really special checkpoints.
Yes.
I've got my first wide miss of last year, and last year's rally. We've got this famous Sandhill Oldsmobile and Glamis. Krista has our very first base camp that we ever attended in Tonopah and Alabama Hills. And then we have a really special something later to wear if it gets cool enough. So we have little matching jackets to go with them.
That's really cool. And I hope you all can see that their belts are in fact lat and longs of really special coordinates. I love that you chose a wide miss. Why did you choose what essentially is a failure?
Yeah, it was a failure. It was a perfect one, though. I had accidentally told Carissa to drive 1.8 kilometers when I had written down 1.3. And I'd count her down, and we stop at 1.8, which should have been 1.3, and there was a dead badger turned up in the road. And we were like, well, that's a really weird Rebelle checkpoint.
So it was hilarious.
And we decided
If you're going to get a wide miss, why not have it be hilarious?
And we clicked our tracker, and we were exactly 500 meters off. And I was like, what? And I just sat there for a minute and was like, I wrote 1.3 and I said 1.8. I'd never done that before, and I've never done it since. So kind of a special kind of mess up for us there.
So you ladies said that on the last day, the last black you nail, and it moved you into second place. How does it feel to walk into Revelation with a second place finish in 4x4 and maybe the toughest, most competitive year yet?
It's absolutely wild. So surreal, amazing. We worked so hard for this, so it feels amazing. I'm so excited to be here and so excited to be up on that podium tonight. So
awesome. Well, get in there and show off those dresses. I want to see them spinning on the dance floor pretty soon. Okay, Matthew, who are you with inside?
Thank you so much, Alyssa. This is so much fun tonight. I'm here with Lonnie and Danielle from Team 147. They are sparkling here in the sunshine. Guys, it's so much fun. What do you think is the coolest thing about, the Rebelle? I mean, I wonder if it's the fact that we dress up like this at the end of it,
I mean, this is the only reason I do the Rebelle, because it's torture all the other days, and this is so much fun, and this is the best place ever. I love it.
I love it. Danielle's been here 2 years. Lonnie, 3 years. Lonnie's previous teammate was Lisa DeLuca, right? From the Toyota 114, I believe.
163, Team Ultimate Rebellion. We're super proud of her. She did so well. Yeah.
I love all the adornments you guys had. I swear there's a Google search for a tell fear to suck it button that you guys shared with us. Tell us about some of the other fun you have in the car.
You don't get points for feeling bad about yourself or, feeling like you could have done better. Why are we here if not to have fun? This is voluntary. We do this on purpose. Let's have a great time. And we did.
We had an amazing time.
If we're not having fun, what's the point?
Yeah.
Indeed. It was such a pleasure to work with you guys, see you pack everything into that two-door Bronco. It's really cool. I hope we'll see you again in 2026.
We hope so.
All right. I love it. We're going to jump back to Alyssa.
Thanks, Matthew. So I'm with Renee and Karen, and the last time I saw you ladies, we were at the final checkpoint of the first leg of the marathon in the Glamis Sand Dunes, and we had quite a conversation about showers and the expectation for getting to take one after competition ended. As you can see, just do a quick spin for me. These ladies have showered. You look stunning. What did the shower feel like after having finished the Rebelle?
So we rented a trailer, and I took the first shower, and there was no hot water.
And then I found the button for the hot water.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Then I found the button for the hot water, and so I had a hot shower. So mine was fantastic.
And mine was wet.
So did you take a second shower?
No, but it was, you know what? Any water felt good. I'm not complaining one bit. I was super happy to have a shower.
So you said there's something special about the dresses you're wearing for the 10th anniversary Revelation. What's special about your outfits tonight?
These are the dresses we wore for our very first Rebelle Rally for the gala. And so we dragged them out of retirement and stuffed them under the seat and put them out tonight. So it's our sort of throwback dresses for the...
Yeah. So after crossing that finish line yesterday, what did you think about your performance this year?
You know what? We're super happy, actually. We had one bad day. We got behind pace. We could not catch up. And save that, we're really pleased with our performance. And we didn't come here because we thought we were going to win. We came here because we thought we'd have an adventure, and we did.
Your team, you seem to have quite a bit of perspective on the rally, and perspective on the way you bring your lives into this rally, and then how you then take what you learn from the Rebelle into your lives. What do you think this year you learned on the Rebelle that you're going to bring home tomorrow?
I think that the thing is there's so many ways to find a win. And if you're just focused on the final score or whatever, but you're not winning, because there's wins that you can get all day long. And I think that's a good perspective to have, because you can really get a positive vibe for your whole life if you carry on like that.
And what about for you?
Same. I mean, we talked about this quite a bit. There was one day that we had a really difficult drive to a checkpoint, and it was checkpoint 9X. And I don't know what day it was, but I know the checkpoint. And we were sitting spot on that checkpoint. I mean, to the button. And we felt like we won the rally, It's like we did it. We got to this one exact location on the map. And there's wins in every single thing, and that was really our focus for this rally, was how do we win today? And not how do we win the rally, but how do we win today? And we won, as far as we're concerned. Yeah.
And I remember both of you saying to me that even though sometimes you might be presented with the opportunity to choose comfort, that sometimes maybe it's, saying no, turning down a shower or whatever it is, you would step away from those opportunities for comfort so that you could sit in the discomfort a little longer. And so I want to just show everyone the shoes we're wearing, because today we have in fact all chosen comfort. We are all wearing matching beige flip-flops. So ladies, thank you so much. We're going to send it back in to Matthew.
All right, everybody, I'm with Marie and Jen here. Marie drives a fan favorite vehicle, Bernard, Land Rover Discovery, 2001 or so. How many years have you done the event in Bernard?
This is now my third Rebelle, and I am proud to say I have not gone into the mechanic station for a mechanical problem.
This is a big deal. I think it's all the antagonizing you do with the shirts about Bernard to be like, hey, you better behave. I'm going to let everybody know.
Yep, that's true. We do like to tease because the Land Rovers are notorious for being unreliable, but you know what? I think we have the most bulletproof disco right now.
Clean run.
There you go. So tell me, Marie, you've been back 3 years. What is one of the biggest things you get from competing in the Rebelle? And I know I've seen you on Rebelle Used here throughout developing your skills. What's one of the biggest things you get from being a Rebelle?
I think the biggest part is Emily has said that the stock vehicle is more capable than you realize. But I think that what she forgets to say is our stock vehicles are capable, but we're capable too. And I think that's what the Rebelle shows you. I'm in an underpowered, older vehicle. I'm here with Ford Raptors, but you know what? It may take me longer, but I'm going to get up that hill too.
Yeah. Yes, you will. I've seen it. Jen, what's the thing in your life that you get from continuing to be a Rebelle?
So my second year here, for me being a Rebelle, is about just accomplishment. Last year I had my rookie year. It was all overwhelming to me. This year it was clarity. It was focus. It was beautiful teamwork in the car, thanks to you and your amazing driving, and just having all that fun. So I think for me, the Rebelle is accomplishment and pride. A lot of pride. And redemption.
Yeah. So. Redemption. So what would you say about sharpening your skills? So I see you continually train after each event. So do you have more training planned this year? Do you guys take a brutal look at where you went well, where you didn't go so good, and make a list of stuff you want to be better at?
I think so. I think we both have to take stock of what we could be better at. And we also have to take stock of what we can do with our vehicle to make it better. We're operating kind of like at a tiny handicap, not a great one, but there's a little bit of a handicap there, so it's learning how to be a better driver for my vehicle and not just a better driver overall.
Cool. Jen?
For me, it's overanalyzing things, but then also realizing that I can do this and I can nail those black diamonds, you know. And with the amazing sponsors that we have behind Bernard, like RTE, Bill Sign, you know, those amazing sponsors will get us through and get me to those black points with your amazing driving.
I love that. This is one of our favorite teams to cover. They're always in a good attitude of just leaning forward and leaning in. We're all trying to be our best goldfish. Thank you, Ted Lasso, for giving us that idea of what a goldfish is, right? We're just trying to lean forward and forget about what maybe didn't go as planned previously. Thank you so much, Marie and Jen. Let's go back to Alyssa.
Thanks, Matthew. I love a Ted Lasso. Anytime you can get a Ted Lasso moment into a conversation. They were talking about being a goldfish and being like a baseball player, right? And just forgetting a bat at bat and getting back in the car the next day. For you all, so sorry, we're with Rochelle and Melissa. And these women are not just competitors, they're also teammates. And earlier when we were chatting, I noticed they finish each other's sentences. They've competed together 6 times. Five times, sorry. I was projecting into 2026, sorry. That was on me, I was manifesting. 5 times here at the Rebelle together. And so, well, I guess let's start there. What has brought you back with your sister 5 years?
I wouldn't want to rally with anybody else. Like we obviously we're sisters, we grew up together. We know how to deal with each other, and I think that's one of the hardest dynamics for a lot of teams is getting like how do you communicate with each other? How do you get through those moments when it's really hard or, you know, whatever? And we've been doing that our whole lives, and so it's pretty easy for us. So that's been really nice, I think, is just like the familiarity and the fact that we have this dynamic already. There's no dynamic to work on. We do work on our communication styles because we do have a little different communication styles sometimes. Like we have funny moments where she'll say something and then I'll just like half listen because she's my sister, and she's like, I asked you the thing, and I'm like, what? So there's always things to work on, but like I think the base dynamic is really good for us.
What did your parents, or if you have other siblings or relatives, think when you said you were going to do this? Was the perception that you all would be good at this, or did they all go, oh man, call me at the end of this rally and tell me if you're still speaking?
Yeah, I think they think we're crazy every year.
Yeah.
Like, you're really? Because you leave and you're like, oh, I need to get out of the car and I need some space. And then we're like, and we signed up again. And they're like, what? 2 weeks ago. You're like, no, but like, we can't. We have to go back. So, yeah.
What is it that brings you back year after year?
The people, honestly, like the competition is awesome and being out there is really cool, but like we've made some of our best friends in the whole world here, and we love coming back and just like going out with our best friends in the desert and doing this crazy, insane thing. Like but it really is the people and the staff too, and the crew and like the mechanics. We know the mechanics really well. So like it feels like family. I was actually thinking that last night at the dinner, and when we were telling all the funny stories, it does feel like family with a lot of these people. And so I think that's why we really keep coming back.
So speaking of the mechanics, that felt like a nice transition into asking how your rally went this year. How are you feeling about your performance in your 5th Rebelle Rally?
Vehicle-wise, after we got the new transmission, thanks everybody, it went really well. I mean, we had normal, driving and navigation, like normal rally things, but we were able to rally because of the car and because of the mechanics and everybody who helped with that. So it was good, and it was a good experience to do it in the Land Cruiser versus the 69 Bronco. So, I mean, kind of same issues, kind of different, but it was a good, different rally for us.
Yeah, so that's something, if you've been watching the rally throughout the 2 weeks, you know the story of what happened. 141? Yeah, with the 141. But these ladies had come for 4 years before in what was your dad's vehicle, and had some mechanical issues. And then this year you were back and you were like, all right, we're in a newer Land Cruiser and we've got this. And then they lost their transmission on day 2. And I mean, this was talk about the Rebelle family and the larger family outside of just these base camps that came together, found you a unicorn of a transmission. Well, that's true. Two transmissions, and got you back on the road. So you missed 2 days. I remember seeing you all up at Dirty Dick's, and you were mapping and you were plotting there.
I was manifesting.
Because you knew you would make it. So what was it like to wake up at that marathon base camp and know that you were back out on the rally?
I think we both started crying. Like they pulled up and we saw that, like, oh my God, Ron Burgundy is right there. We were just like, oh my God, it's happening. And, like, it was amazing. And the fact that they got up at, whatever crack of dawn and drove it down to us is just, they're amazing. That team is ridiculous. Like, they're awesome. So it was awesome.
Wait, who is Ron Burgundy?
It's the name of the vehicle because he's burgundy and we like scotch.
Scotch. I love scotch.
All right, so I don't want to keep you from the scotch, so I'm going to let both of you head on into the party. Thank you for taking the time. And we're going to send it into the tent. And Matthew, who do you have?
Hey, I'm standing by with Dana Benyo and Pam Wright. They were driving maybe the oldest vehicle in competition here, one of the oldest vehicle in competition. You decided to do it in hard mode. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we definitely did it in hard mode with a manual transmission, 32-year-old car. It held up amazingly well. It doesn't like the sand so much, but loves those rocks. It was great. I would do it all over again.
I love looking at that Defender. It's a Defender 110, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, and so in the U.S., if you're suddenly shopping for a Defender 110 because you see how cool theirs looks, it was only imported for a few years, called an NAS model?
Yeah, the North America Special Edition, made for 1 year. There were 500 of them made, and that's example 370.
Love it. So, Pam, I'm told it has a secret hiding compartment on the hood. Can you tell me about it?
Sure. So on day 5, we thought we lost our tracker. We spent half the day driving around with a replacement tracker that we were given at base camp, including like the Jimmy Lewis Enduro that day, which was like crazy ups and downs and side to side. And then we went to mechanics at the end of the day just to check stuff out. And the mechanic said, oh, you lost your tracker? Like this one right here that's in your hood? We were like, oh my God. So we took a selfie on our GoPro with the 2 trackers. Like,
It's fun how that stuff happens. It could be your keys, the coffee on the roof, whatever it is. So real quick, Dana, anyone you want to say thank you to or anything you would like to share about some of the value you get in competing in the Rebelle?
The person I want to say the most thanks to is Pam, my ride or die for the Rebelle Rally. There are not many ride or die for the Rebelle. There are not many people that would have done this in hard mode with a manual transmission, old car, and she jumped in with both feet, and I'm so thankful for that.
Mega. Pam, anything from you?
oh, Dana's also my ride or die forever.
It's really sweet. It's always a pleasure to interview you guys and chat with you. It's great to see you here. I hope we see you back next year.
Great, thanks, cheers, thank you.
Thanks, Matthew. So now I am with our rookies of the year, Tina and Jill. And so, first of all, congratulations. Not only were you rookies of the year, which is a big accomplishment, but you finished in the top 25 of our 4x4 class in arguably the toughest Rebelle and against the toughest competition there's ever been in 10 years of this event. Let's just start there. How did that compare to the goals you set for yourselves before you got here?
We did a lot of training, and so we set high goals, and definitely a top 3 rookie position was in those goals. We just wanted to apply everything we had learned. We trained really hard. We've been training for the past year. We didn't know each other before this. Even a year ago, we didn't even know each other existed. So we just wanted to honor all the challenges of the Rebelle.
So how did you all meet and become a team?
I had posted something on a Facebook Rebelle Rally page, and basically looking for someone who might want to drive, and Jill responded, and we FaceTimed and checked each other's socials to see if the other one was crazy or not, and then see everything lined up okay, and so we went to a training like I don't know, a month later maybe. Yep. Yeah, and so it was I don't know, it was great. It was great. Yeah, that it worked out.
At what point did you decide who would navigate, who would drive, and at what point did you decide she wasn't crazy?
We, thanks to Nina and her training, we got to meet and go drive in sand dunes together for the first time that we met. And, we figured out pretty quickly that I had a better sense of direction. At the hotel, Tina couldn't find the room. So... So I was like, I think I'll navigate.
this about me.
Oh, I'm gonna tell this story to Nicole Dreon because we had her on earlier. You know Nicole, who was taking photos of all you throughout the rally, and we often tease her that she gets lost on the way to the bathroom at the Rebelle Rally. So we would not allow you two to team up on a team together. So how much have you all been looking forward to this moment, right? You know that part of the Rebelle is also this day of celebration, a lot of games. How have you filled the day?
I mean, it's totally surreal. I've watched the lives for this for years, and so it's surreal to be on this side of it and to go from being a viewer to a Rebelle.
And what about you, Tina?
Yeah, I think just part of the joy of this is just that we've made all these friends over the last year, and so that reduces the stress because we're just out there playing with our friends, and then we get to celebrate, knowing them better after having gone through this struggle for 9 days or whatever.
Did you train your dance moves as much as you trained your sand dune driving?
No dance training.
All right, well, I can't wait to see what we see on the dance floor. So get into the party and go. And Matthew is in there now with another one of our teams.
Yes, I am, actually. Thanks, Alyssa. I'm trying to wiggle my way in here with Nina Barlow and Terralyn Pederite. And it turns out Chrissie is here signing their dresses. Let's see if I can wiggle in here. So, Nina, whose idea were these dresses?
I think me? It was me. Okay. Yeah, and actually it was pretty, we usually spend a lot of time back and forth about gala dresses every year, but this was a one and done. Yeah, and it was like, oh yeah, that'll be fun. Then it was just, finding the right markers.
I love that you guys bring the fun the way that you do. Tell me, this year, were you looking in the rearview mirror a little more than other years?
Yeah, absolutely. We felt everybody breathing down our necks, and we know it was a fight there for most of the rally, and we like that.
Chrissie, let me wiggle you in here. Chrissie, what do you see in their competition that makes it particularly hard for the other teams to keep up? Like when you're watching how quickly they're just knocking checkpoints down, what are the other teams going to have to figure out to compete with this pair?
That's a good question. I mean, I feel like the other teams are going to have to figure out how to get the goat in their car.
Look how much... Look how chill the goat is. Look at her over here.
I know, the goat is amazing, and it is so impressive to watch you guys just making good decision after good decision all the time, and that's really it, like the teamwork is there, and I'm always saying that you can't break the top 10 without being a good team. I was telling these guys that earlier, and once you're a good team, you can break the top 10. And from there, it's just going to be that seat time and that practice, and having that ability, and that what seems innate is actually just seat time, practice, doing it over and over and over again.
Thank you. So, Terralyn, what is the centering factor? Things are going poorly, compasses in toilets, whatever that looks like. But when things are down, where's that centering place you go to start and build back up from?
I kind of like organized chaos. I'm an ER nurse, so it's kind of my thing. So things get a little wild. It's like, okay, what do I know? What can I do right now? And just focus on moving forward.
Love that. Focusing on moving forward. It's good life lessons for all of us. We're going to jump back out to Alyssa.
Thanks, Matthew. So we have I have all the winners out here in the front of the the start line of the red carpet. So with Andrea Schaefer and Carrie Landau, our X-Cross champions, and not just our X-Cross champions, but you ladies are now 2-time defending Rebelle champions. So first we have to get to the fit. Do a quick spin for me. Once a team, always a team. These two are always matching. Tell me about what you're wearing.
Rebelle blue dresses, yes. I mean, yeah, can't go wrong with Rebelle blue at a Rebelle gala, right?
What made you want to come here as a teammate wearing matching dresses?
Actually, we didn't really plan it until I was already at her house, and she had ordered an extra one, and it fit. Yeah. So
I was going to say, if this was an accident, you two are way too connected at this point.
She had already ordered both of them, so it was kind of a happy accident. It was, yeah.
And she just happened to accidentally order one in your size as well. Yeah. I think she might have had an ulterior motive there. So you ladies have competed several times at the Rebelle as privateers, and then last year became the first Subaru-backed team in a Subaru to win the Rebelle. What is the difference about coming here and competing as a privateer, and then coming back and competing on a manufacturer team? Maybe each of you could take one.
Sure. I think coming in as a supported team, specifically with Subaru, they have been so supportive with very little to no pressure at all to have the performance, but to just go and do what we do. And that has been absolutely amazing to do that, because coming in as a privateer is really, really difficult. There's a steep financial commitment and training commitment that happens, and we've had the backing and support of Subaru, and it's been amazing to be able to go out there and just show what the vehicle does and to do what we do.
And what about as a privateer? I imagine there's also a bit of pride of just knowing that I did this all on my own.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming in as a privateer is also an amazing feeling because you have to work so hard, or that much harder, to get here, because you're doing fundraisers and you're getting sponsors and you're going out to companies that you know that you're hoping will back you. Your parents, your grandparents, your cousins, anybody that can.
Your neighbors.
GoFundMes. So it's definitely a sense of pride coming in as a privateer and also as a manufactured vehicle.
So we've talked a lot about how difficult the rally was this year, and you've been here a long time, and this year seemed incredibly both competitive and tough. By about day 3, it seemed very clear if you all just didn't abandon your car in the middle of the rally and not finish, you two would be the winners. How did you keep your head in the game, though, and keep competing at the high level you did, knowing that you had built such a really unbeatable lead?
We go into each day just getting in the car and fist bumping and being like, hey, let's just go do what we do. And we don't have any stress or any pressure. We just have so much fun in the car. And I think that is one of the biggest things that helps our team is we're out there having fun, chasing checkpoints and just doing what we love to do. And it shows in the scoreboard.
Yeah, it sure did.
We don't have that added pressure, right? And because we have such a good rapport inside the vehicle, it makes it a lot easier to go out and do what we do and go chase those checkpoints and not deal with like that internal stress. Because that I think is one of the hardest parts of the rally is like that interpersonal relationship you have with your teammate. And because we have had such a great relationship, it's made it a lot more enjoyable and easier to be funny and goofy and let off steam and like push off that whatever we were stressed about, or to just go out and keep doing what we do.
Is it too early to ask? Maybe I should ask you after a couple drinks inside about next year. Have you all made a decision?
We're planning on being
back, baby.
All right, you heard it here first. Breaking news on Rebelle Rally Live. All right, ladies, get into the gala. Matthew, over to you.
Thank you, Alyssa. What just interesting conversations you got going out there, whatever I can hear from it. I'm back here with Team 142, Eva and Azure. They're a lot of fun to hang out with. They got many stories. You guys have been adventuring together for what, a decade?
Event production, adventure motorcycling, and the Rebelle Rally.
Adventure motorcycling. So where's the longest place you guys have been together?
Oh, not that we've been together, but we bond over a love of off-road motorcycling, salty beers, dogs, definitely coffee all the time.
I love that. And I'd say your 2001 Land Cruiser is, again, one of the favorites because everyone wants to see how this event can be done with something reasonable, not a brand new car. So what do you call her? The Hawaiian?
Princess Aloha. She brings the Aloha magic all rally long, the great vibes, the best driving. Like, seriously, no flat tires, no mechanics bay this rally. Like, this woman is incredible.
It makes the difference to be able to depend on your teammate.
And you know what? We didn't even get lost once the entire rally.
White lies are still, they're acceptable.
We had an awesome rally this year. It was so cool. We weren't able to compete together last year because of a natural disaster in Azure's neck of the woods. And so I got to be on staff, so it's so fun for us to come back together, get to spend the rally together, learn some new things, have some amazing adventures, and then get to celebrate here.
I love that. Now, Azure has a metaphor for the dunes that I think will be pretty entertaining for us. I haven't heard the whole thing, so let's see how it goes.
Well, we were having like a really great rally in terms of accomplishing our goals until we made it to Klamath. And I like knew it, like navigating the dunes is not my strong suit, but like I, at the end, liken being in the dunes at Klamath to being a gambling addict in a casino. Because it's like you just keep wanting to go after it, and every like tiny little glimmer of an almost win, you're like, yes, we can do it, we can keep doing it. And before you know it, you're like going around in circles literally for like 10 or 12 hours. It's like you're in a casino and they're feeding you snacks and drinks and like pumping oxygen in, except you're like in the dunes and it's like beautiful scenery and super fun driving and like just that challenge that's so addicting. And that's really, the whole rally. But
Yeah, it really is. Did you manage to get stuck in the dunes?
absolutely not. There is like amazing footage of her getting us out of an almost stuck situation, and I can't wait to see that.
I love it. You guys are always a riot to be around. I'm so glad you're here. I hope we see you next year. Eva and Asia from Team 142. Let's check back in with Alyssa.
Thanks, Matthew. It sounds great in there. It's so quiet out here and peaceful, and then we hear your interviews, and it just sounds like a lot of fun. I can't wait to get in there. So I'm here with Lynn and Tony. Beyond the Pavement was their team name, and what a cool story you two have. So Lynn and Tony have been friends for 30 years and both retired very recently and decided to throw themselves a retirement party by signing up and competing at the 10th anniversary Rebelle Rally. How in the world did that happen?
What were we thinking? We wanted to spend our retirement being active, learning new things, not getting stale, and we have met the best group of people to help us do that. So supportive, and it's fun, hard, challenging, crazy.
We've talked a lot about, this morning when Katie was doing Coffee with Katie, she kept saying, hey, if anyone's watching this and you're interested in the Rebelle, take the first step. Just say yes and then figure it out later. How did you get to yes? What was the moment that made you sign up for this competition?
What was the moment? We heard about the Rally of the Gazelles in Morocco and hoped to find something in the U.S. I love to drive really anything. I would love to. I asked Tony if she was into it. Would you like to do it with me? She said yes. It was very simple. She's best friend. She loves to do stuff. She's very adventurous, and she signed up with me.
Well, it sounds like, you're no strangers to adventure, to driving, to the skills that make you a great Rebelle. But what did your sons think when you said, hey, we're going to go do this thing? I'll be off the grid for 10 days.
My son said, wow, Mom, that's so cool, but with that hesitation, But he was the first one to call me when we got our phones back, and it was so exciting, to have him be so proud of what we have done.
There are Rebelles that are half our age, so that was a concern to them. Mom, you sure you want to do this, But very supportive, and they're super proud of us that we completed it. It's amazing.
You all have had a lot of memories together. You were at each other's weddings. Yes. How does this rate on all of the adventures you have gone on together over your 30-year friendship?
Lord. I can't compare it to anything else. It's amazing. Just amazing.
It's really the hardest thing we've done, and we've had long careers. We also worked together for 30 years. So, but this is hard.
Well, fortunately, this is the payoff for it. So get in there, have a wonderful night, and congratulations on finishing this.
We're going to come back next year.
We got you heard it here first. Yeah. Yet another team. All right, let's head back into the tent and hear who Matthew is with.
Well, I'm with a lot of Rebelles back here. I think this gaggle here is a gaggle of Rebelles that have all competed with each other in the past. I'm just going to wiggle my way in here and see if we can get a few words. Hey, Bailey. sorry. So we're going to jump from people to people. Tell us who you are, what team you are, and who you want to say thanks to.
I'm Bailey Campbell, Team 132. My navigator is Sedona Blinson. And I want to say thank you to Sedona for committing her time and effort with me for the last 2 years. She kicked ass this year, and she's the most amazing, beautiful person I can have around this event time. And I want to say thank you to my whole family, too.
Awesome. Thank you, Bailey. We'll grab somebody else. Becca Donaghy, who would you like to say thanks to?
I would like to say thank you to my mom and to my stepdad, who was my biggest fan, and I miss him terribly. And obviously to BMW for believing in me as a driver and giving me this fabulous lady right here.
There we go. All right. Amy Hall, we've missed you this year.
Oh, I missed the live show. It was
anyone you'd just like to say thanks to?
Well, first and foremost, my navigator, Kendra Miller, because she was incredible. We learned a lot. I got to have different opportunities with her than I ever did with Rebecca. So I got to do some navigating, which was super fun. BFG, your tires were amazing. We had such a good time. And of course, Subaru. The Wilderness is such a great starting platform. We put a lift on it, but the parts that failed were not any of the stock parts. It was all the crap that we put on it.
That were the issues. That's normal for modifying cars.
It's normal for modifying cars, but we had a great time. We had so much fun. I'm so glad to see you.
So good to see you. All right. One more real quick. Lynn Woodward, anyone you'd like to say thanks to?
Oh my gosh, Pennzoil, Jeep, Dometic, huge support for us. I'm so unbelievably grateful. When you go out there, it feels so good to have an amazing team behind you, rooting for you, and we are absolutely thrilled. Thank you so much.
It's been so fun hanging out with you and Renee this week. Let's see, Liza Coleman. Liza, anyone you'd like to say thank you to for the week?
Absolutely. I want to thank my navigator, Amy Milliard. I want to thank Tony Warner from Warner Grenadier. And I want to thank the guy that built the Grenadier because it's an awesome machine. And I got to thank my family. They support me. They think it's so awesome that I'm doing this. And here we are. We all winners.
Yeah, we are. And on behalf of Eliza and all these teams here, they all are very thankful for the family and the team that got them here to the Rebelle, especially on the 10th anniversary for 2025. The Rebelles are headed up the hill here, as you can see over my shoulder, for sunset. I'm going to jump. I think I'm going to jump back to Alyssa. I can't quite hear because the music's amazing. All right, back to Alyssa.
Thanks, Matthew. What an absolutely beautiful night here as the sun is setting on both this evening and an incredible 9 days of competition here at the Rebelle Rally. The Rebelles are now walking up. This is a tradition every year here at the Rebelle Rally is everyone gathers on a sand dune, watches the sunset, and takes a photograph. All right, Matthew, I'm going to head back there and check it out myself. right, Matthew, Katie, this has been such an honor and such an incredible 10th anniversary Rebelle Rally. Thank you so much for inviting me onto the show.
Thank you for coming. It's been so incredible getting to know you and being back with you. This has been my favorite rally of all time.
Absolutely. It's the 10th anniversary Rebelle Rally. It's just getting better every year. I can't wait to see what next year brings.
Same here. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of work, but it's been challenging. I feel like, there's a lot left out there. We should do better. We'll go back next year. We'll have some more fun.
We're just like any other team, right? We have so much to practice over the next year.
Exactly.
And thank you to our entire live crew and Toyota for supporting us.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're going to get to this party now, Matthew and Katie.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for tuning in with the live show here at the Rebelle Rally, year 10, 2025. Can't believe it's already been a decade.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.